Dear students, today in marketing management, we'll do the last P of marketing mix, that is the promotion. Okay, already we have done the 3 P's, that is product, price, place. Now today we are going to discuss the 4th P, that is promotion. Now what promotion is related with the activities to communicate with the customers. So whatever a company is doing to communicate with the customer, for informing the customer about their product and to persuade the customer for purchasing the product, that is done in promotion. So promotion is actually communication with the customers. And what we are communicating? We are informing and persuading the customers to buy the product and then informing him about the merits of the product. Since a lot of products are available in the market, so a company has to tell the buyers about, the company has to inform the buyer that this is also a product which is available in the market, and then the company has to convince the buyer to purchase their product, and then they have to tell that why their product is superior to that, superior, and what extra features they are giving in their product as compared to the product of their competitor. So this is what is done in promotion. Now promotion mix is related with all the decisions related to informing and persuading the buyer to buy the product. Now there are 4 elements of promotion: advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, and public relation. These are the elements, or these are the tools of promotion. These are the ways by which the tools which is used for informing the customer. Like first one is advertising. What in advertising we do? Advertising is actually a one-way communication in which information is given to the customers through television or through magazines. So that is just providing them information. Next is personal selling. Selling the products by the salesman. Okay, that is one-to-one selling. Then we have sales promotion. Sales promotion is a technique which is used to boost up the sale in shorter period. If the sales are increased, if the aim of the company is to increase the sales of their product in shorter period of time for a short period, then sales promotion techniques are used. And last one is public relation. That is again the 4th element of promotion which is used for public relation is for informing the customer about the values of the company, the products, and their image, building the image of the company in front of the buyers. So the first element of promotion mix is advertising. Now advertising, see, in our life, we every day we come to see a lot, we come across a lot of advertisements in the newspaper, in televisions. So through that advertisement we come to know about the products. Okay, so this is one of the very important tool or component of promotion mix. Now what is advertisement? Advertisement is a paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of idea, goods, services by an identified sponsor. So it is a paid form of presentation. Means paid form means what? Now who is paying for this? It is a paid form. Means who is paying for this? The producer or the owner of the goods. The producer is paying for it. Okay? That means it is paying for the goods, means the cost is beared by the producer. Now it is a non-personal presentation, means it is not a tailor-made presentation. It is very common, it's a non-personal, means not one-to-one interaction is not there, and the goods, the advertisement is done on a very, means it is a monologue, we can say. See, in a dialogue, 2 people they speak, and someone is saying, interacting with the other, so there is a dialogue. But monologue means only one-way communication is there, so that is why it's a non-personal presentation. Okay, so and the 3rd feature of advertising is by an identified sponsor. Means what? We know that who is giving this advertisement. We know that the effort, the individual, the company who is given this advertisement. So it is done by an identified sponsor. So these are the three features of advertising. First is the paid form. It is a paid form that is paid by the owner. Second is it is a monologue, that means only one-way communication. And third is by an identified sponsor, means we know that who is giving that advertisement. Now after the features, three features of advertising, next is the merits, features and the merits of advertising. So the first merit of advertising is mass reach. Means what? This is a medium through which large number of people can be reached who are residing in a different geographical area. So reach is very high. We can reach different people living in different geographical area very easily. Then we have, it enhances the choice. Okay. Now you'll come to know from this that what are the choices. Okay. So many choices we get and we come to know about the product from the advertisement. Then we have legitimacy. What is the meaning of legitimacy? It means that the message regarding the products are given to the customer. So there is a proof of it. That means you can see the proof is given that these are the information which are provided by the customer. Then we have expressiveness. That means, see, advertisements are so expressive nowadays. You like a dog running here and there, following a boy, and the message is that wherever you go, our network follows. So it is so expressive. It is telling you that you everywhere their network is there. Wherever you go, their network is there. So this type of expressive advertisements are made. Then we have economy. Why it is economical? Because since it has mass reach, it is reaching to a large number of customers. That is why it is economical, because the cost reduces as more and more people are informed about the product. They are purchasing the product, so the cost of advertisement reduces. Then enhancing customer satisfaction. The customer is satisfied because they are assured about the quality. Whenever it comes, whenever we see a very good advertisement giving all the information about the product, and by celebrity, we get assured about the product's quality. So it gives satisfaction also, and the customer builds up a confidence in the product. So these are the merits. Mass reach, then wider choice is we get wider choice. Then legitimacy, because there is a proof of everything which they say. Then expressiveness is there. Economy, because again mass reach is there, so it is economical, and enhances customer satisfaction. Now with these merits, there are some demerits also of advertisement. Now what are the demerits? First is it is less forceful. You cannot forcefully ask anyone, or it depends upon the customer whether they are watching the advertisement or not, or how much attention they are paying to that particular product or that particular advertisement. It depends on the customer. So it is less forceful. See, in personal selling, face-to-face contact is there, direct contact is there between the seller and the buyer. So the seller can show the product according to the requirements of the customer, and he can indirectly he can force the customer also. Sometimes it is there that he shows, the salesman is showing all the product according to the requirements, according to the choice of the customer, so it becomes forceful. But here it depends on the customer and how much attention they are paying to the particular advertisement. Then lack of feedback. Again, in sales, in other forms of promotion, you get feedback from the customer. In sales, personal selling, you get feedback that okay, this is not good. I want this feature in the product. So you get feedback. But since it is a monologue, I said it is a monologue, means only one-way communication is there. You will not get the feedback about the advertisement, about the product. So lack of feedback. Then inflexibility. Inflexibility means a standard advertisement is made and it is showed. It is not tailor-made, not according to the requirements of the customer. So it is less flexible. Then effectiveness is very low. Okay. Why the effectiveness is very low? Because it is Again, it depends upon the customer whether they are watching the television or not, whether they are paying attention to the advertisements or not. So after this, we have certain criticisms or objections in the advertisement. So some objections are raised by the customers about advertisements. So the first one is it adds to cost. That means advertisement, as we know, showing advertisement on television or in the magazines, it is a very costly affair, because many celebrities are advertising so many products. So that is a costly affair. So it is one of the criticism. But when an advertisement is properly shown and by a celebrity or not by a celebrity, but if it is giving a lot of information, it reaches a wide number of people, it reaches a large number of people, and then the sales increases and the production therefore increases, and this ultimately the cost gets reduced. Okay, so this is one of the objection. Then it undermines social values. Social values means it is making society materialistic. Means every time it is showing new lifestyle, it is showing new products, and the people are becoming so materialistic. They are running after this comfort, after these products, and after these lifestyle, which are not sometimes they don't find social approvals sometimes. So it is also one of the criticism. Then comes, it confuses the buyer. See, if you want to purchase a product, there are so many products in the market and all advertisements are coming on the television. So the buyer gets confused. What actually I want to purchase, what are my requirements, and which is the best product for me. So it confuses the buyers also. Then the next one is encourages sale of inferior products. Okay, so it is advertisement is you'll see advertisement of different products. Some are superior products, some are inferior products. So it is one of the objection or criticism that the inferior products, they are also advertised in such a nice way that it confuses the buyer, and it gives a false impression on the buyer, and the buyer is trapped by the company. But this objection is also not, this criticism is not 100% correct. Why? Because advertisement is just giving information about the product, and it is the quality and the performance of the product. It depends, the preference and the quality depends upon the customer, what they want, what type of quality they want. It depends upon the customer ultimately. So it is the duty to show them all the product, to give them information about all the product, and it is ultimately the customer who will decide that which product he is going to purchase. And then last one is some advertisements are bad in taste. Bad in taste means it is there are some advertisements which show something which is not approved by the society, which is not acceptable in our society, like the relationship between a boss, a superior, and a subordinate. It is shown in advertisement in such a way that it is not acceptable by the society. Sometimes the relationship between the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law, these are all just shown in a very bad way. So some advertisements are bad in taste, which is not accepted by people. So these are the objections or criticisms against advertisement. So this was the first component or the first tool of promotion mix. Next one is we'll do personal selling next. So the next component of promotion mix is personal selling. Now personal selling is an oral presentation of message. Here oral presentation of message is there, and it is a personal form of communication. Means what? We have seen advertisement is a monologue, only one-way communication is there, but in personal selling it's a two-way communication. It's a dialogue, it's a two-way communication. You'll get the feedback. When a salesperson is dealing with the customer, he can adjust his message according to the requirement of the customer. He can show the product accordingly. He'll tell the offers according to the customer. There is flexibility is there in personal selling, and it's an oral presentation because they are it's a one-to-one contact. It's a one-to-one relationship, interaction between the seller and the buyer. So it's an oral presentation. Then a personal form of communication, because personally they are in touch with each other. Like advertisement is there for public at large, and this is one-to-one interaction, so it's a personal form of communication. So the features also, it's a personal form of communication, and development of relationship is there. See, we have seen this in our life also. Suppose I am visiting a particular shop again and again for a particular product, then I'll have I'll build a relationship with a particular, maybe it happens that I have a personal relationship with a particular salesman or sales girl, that he or she is showing the product according to my requirement. He understands my taste, my requirement. So that is what? That is a development of a relationship between the salesperson and the customer. So this is the feature. Then we'll come to the merits. In merit, first is flexibility. As I said, you can adjust, the salesperson adjusts the message according to the needs of the customer. So there is flexibility. Then direct feedback you will get. Why? Because again it's a dialogue, so both way communication is there. So you will get the feedback from the customer whether he's liking the product or not, what is lacking in the product, or what is the quality of the product which is very impressive, or which the customer is very satisfied with. So you will get the feedback. And there is minimum wastage of energy and time and money and all as compared to other forms of promotion. After this, we have importance of personal selling. Now first is, it is very effective promotional tool because of personal form of communication, oral communication, direct one-to-one interaction. So it is very effective. Then a flexible tool also, you can adjust your offers, your products according to the customer. So it is flexible one. Then minimum wastage of effort as compared to other promotional methods. Then customer attention. You can attract the customer. You can get the attention of the customer if you are dealing, if you are presenting a product to the customer. Okay, so you can get the attention of the customer here. Then a relationship is built. Here also we have seen a very good relationship between the buyer and the seller is developed here. Then a personal support. Personal support means what? Through personal selling, salesman can create a personal support with the customer, and it is very effective to introduce new product. When we are talking about new product, it is very effective because you can convince the buyer, you can give all the information about the product to the buyer. So it is very effective when the company is going to introduce new product. Okay, then there are other merits of personal selling, importance of personal selling to the businessman. This we have done. Then importance to the customer. It helps in identifying the needs of the customer. Whatever need the customer is having, it is very easy for the salesman to identify the need. Then latest information we get from this tool of promotion mix. Then expert advice you can get. Many times customer asks the salesman that give me advice that which product is best, or according to my needs and my budget, so which product is good. So we get expert advice also. And through personal form of communication, the salesman induces the customer to buy the product. Then importance to the society. It converts the demand. It converts the latest demand. That means there is a demand, but it is converted into effective demand because sales is made through this form. Then employment opportunities, because so many salesmen are required, so employment opportunity also it provides. Career opportunities there. Mobility of salesperson and product standardization. These are the benefits which the society gets through personal selling. But major points are this in personal selling. Only this much in this component. Watch my next video in which I will be posting the next one, that is sales promotion and public relation, the last part of marketing management. Thank you.